and it fits almost perfectly. So yes, the mystery support character, it is not a giraffe, it is not an alien, it is, as many of you have suspected, it is Pepper Potts in the rescue outfit, and we are talking all about her kit, and I'm showing some gameplay footage as well, so you know the drill, guys. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. In this video, we are talking all about Rescue, aka Pepper Potts. Yes, and as you can see, there is footage rolling in back of me of that Falcon Chapter 2 Mission 1. I've seen a lot of people are struggling with this mission, saying it's a lot of RNG based. Now, when I first played this mission, I went on auto and I lost. Next time I went in, I played it and I passed it, got a 3-star. This is my second attempt, and I think I did a little better on our first attempt. But this just goes to show you don't need perfect gameplay to pass this mission. Hopefully the footage in back helps. Now, before we get into her kit and talking about that, she is built as a power armor character, and she has some synergy with these power armor characters, specifically in Alliance War. I find her kit a little underwhelming outside of Alliance War, and even in Alliance War, I still think it has some problems. So I'm going to talk about that. Kind of reminds me of Storm though, because Storm was built as this raid character, super good raid character, and very underwhelming outside of the raid. So hopefully there are some uses for Rescue outside of raids, because a lot of her kit is synergized around that tag for Alliance Wars. So other question before we get into her kit I want to ask is, why did Marvel place this embargo on Fox Next to not reveal a lot of information about Rescue? If you've seen Avengers Endgame, I'm gonna try not to do too many spoilers with this little rant here, but spoiler warning in case you have not seen the movie. But basically, I don't really remember her too much in the movie. Maybe she got 30 seconds of screen time in that rescue outfit. I don't even know if they mentioned a name, and it's not like she hasn't been in a movie before. The Pepper Potts character has not been in a movie before wearing that Iron Man outfit.
I got you.
So it's not like it's a big surprise. So my question is, why was the embargo placed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, because I have no idea why this character was so secretive. Anyway, before we get into the kit, I do want to remind you guys, I am playing on BlueStacks right now, and there's a link for Patreon, and there's also a link down below for some Valley merch if you want to start wearing some of the most comfortable shirts that I have tried out. Alright, so let's go talk about her kit. It is not up on msf.gg yet, so I got these screenshots from my whale friend Casino. He bought her the first day and sent me these screenshots. So her first skill is Sonic Repulsor. This is her only attack, guys, and it's a little underwhelming. She doesn't do a lot of damage, but I guess she's kind of made to support the rest of the team. You got some other big damage dealers on that power armor team. You got pretty much everybody else on that ideal power armor team deals damage. So not the worst thing that she doesn't deal a lot of damage, but her skill, she's going to attack at level 6. She's going to attack the primary target, 180% damage, chain to an adjacent target for 100% damage. Always apply slow to each target. Little underwhelming, but that's fine because she is a support character and this is just a basic. Let's go to her big skill in my opinion, and that is the special Tech Shield. At level 6, what you're gonna do is apply barrier to all allies for 2,500 health. You're gonna get 3,500 health at level 7. So about 1,000, or exactly 1,000 barrier added to that. You're also gonna get 10% of this character's max health. So how far you build up this character really affects this skill. If you have her built up a lot, this skill is going to be very beefy and really make the rest of that team beefy and give it a lot of survivability in war. If not, though, it's just going to be a little tiny barrier and not do too much. It's also going to apply regeneration to all allies, and in war is going to apply regeneration for 2 turns, or 2 regenerations to all allies instead. So a little extra buff from the war for this character. This skill is pretty good. It does have a very high cooldown, 6-turn cooldown. So basically in a war, you're probably not getting this off twice. Maybe in a raid, but she's not an ideal raid character. So you're using this skill one time pretty much. Unless you find some weird pairing of a team that is funneling her energy, maybe you could use this twice in a battle. All right, next skill. This is the weirdest skill on her kit. I don't know if this is a bug. I don't know if this is intended, but the cooldowns on this and the starting ability energy on this just does not make sense. So let's read this skill and I'll give my thoughts on it because this is not a good skill. Clear 4 negative effects from self and allies, which is good. Apply offense up to self and power armor allies for 2 turns. And in war, apply immunity to self and all allies for turns. So in itself, not a bad skill. But you start with 3 energy here. You don't get to use this on turn 1. You don't get to use this on turn 2, which is when it would make the most sense. No, you got to use this on turn 3 when all of the rest of the power allies have used their big skills. War Machine's already done his big AoE. Iron Man's already done his AoE and his big basic. Who else you got? Falcon has probably already done his move. So this skill does not make sense. This offense up does not make sense, even if you're applying it for 2 turns. So yeah, ideally on turn 1, you're using Tech Shield and you're giving everybody that barrier. This should be on turn 2, especially when you level this up to 6, 7. It's just a very weird skill. Maybe this is a mistake. I hope it's a mistake, and I hope they will get fix this or change this a little bit. All right, so let's talk about her passive. I actually think this is a pretty good passive, but it actually has very little use outside of war. And if you don't have her on a power armor team, well, it's almost nothing. So with the right team in the right scenario, this is a good passive. But in war, on spawn, barrier power armor allies for 1500 health plus 5% of this character's max health. So again, the bigger the health pool that Rescue has, the more effective she's going to be in protecting the rest of the team. If you don't build her up a lot, very, very underwhelming with this skill. With this passive and the rest of her skills. In war, when an ally drops below 50% health, barrier them for 1500 plus 5% of this character's max health. So when it dropped down in health, you're getting some protection as well. So that's nice. All right, and gaining 10% max health. I think this applies to this last skill. I think this is in war when they drop below 50% health. And I think this is to the ally that drops below that health. It's not clear because it is a new sentence, but I think it's still part of this. And then outside of war, this is the only thing that she's going to do outside of war with her passive. Power armor allies gain 10% max health. So very, very minimal. All right, so let's talk about the ideal use for Rescue. Now, she's a very, very specific character. She's designed to be used in a power armor team in Alliance War. Much of her kit reflects that. There's so much talk of war and that power armor synergy in her kit. I don't think it's worth using her outside of that kit. The question for Alliance War comes: is there more use for War Machine, Iron Man, and Falcon in a different team rather than placing them in a power armor team? They seem to work pretty well in an Avengers team. They seem to work well in a military team. Are you going to sacrifice that team to make a power armor team? On paper, I probably wouldn't, but maybe with some playtesting, there will be a different outcome, a different conclusion from everybody. But let's talk about this, because the 5th spot, I think the most common sense, which was mentioned in a previous video from Casino, is Vision. Putting Vision in that spot makes a lot of sense because they all have that tech tag, so he's going to give defense up to everybody, so a little extra survivability there. Plus, you pair them with the passive of Rescue, and you're getting some barrier as well. And if you look at the special that she does, you're getting some regeneration for everybody. And if you look at her ultimate, if that thing ever goes off, you're gonna get some immunity as well. So it's designed to be a good thing. I don't know how well that's gonna translate to on when you're actually using them in battle, but you're getting some damage from War Machine, some big damage from War Machine. You're getting, especially because of his passive, you're getting some big damage from Iron Man. You're getting some good damage from Falcon, especially in the correct room. You go into a room with a lot of buffs on the enemies, he's going to do more damage. You got some speed bar manipulation already from as well from Falcon. And then you got some sustainability from Rescue, helping to keep everybody alive. That's pretty much all she's going to do. That ultimate, I don't know if you're ever going to get offense up to everybody. Your team might not be around by then, and then you're going to have to save some of these skills, though. So this ultimate is really screwing up this team. And then if you put Vision on this team, he could clear some positive effects from the rest of the enemies. He could ability block them. So he does some good stuff for them. Captain America also might work, although I don't know if you want to pull him off of a different team just to put him in this power armor team. But he gives ability energy, and that might solve that issue with her ultimate. So sacrificing that one there. Let me know if there's other teams that you think Rescue would be good in, and if on paper you at least see a good use for her outside of Alliance War, because like I said, kind of reminds me about Storm. Not a lot of use for her outside of that specific game mode that she was designed for. So let me know your thoughts on Rescue. I am pretty underwhelmed. The kit doesn't look that bad, but the cooldowns on the kit really make it very specific. You're gonna have to put her in a very specific situation to get the most use out of her. So I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Rescue, thumbs up, thumbs down. Thanks for joining us on this video. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends because it does help out the channel. Make sure you check out some of the links down below because it helps out the channel as well. And I will see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe, smash on that like button, join the notification squad. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.